What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. AlphaClinicOnline.com is the go-to website for everything that's male and female. Let me stop this misogyny. And we included women in this now. We've always had women, but we merged two different companies, and now we got everybody doing their thing. So so much to talk about, so much. We're in the Olympics, a lot of things going on in the world. Before I start off with this, I'm going to start off with a rant, if you don't mind. My rant is, I need us to focus on the more important things. So this story right here, that me and my boy Kyler Hall has this. So I got to interview K Hall, former no grade. We were combine when we trained for the combine in the pro days. We were roommates, and we trained at Titus Sports Academy. We had the same agent. Our agent sucked. They tried, but it was like, you're supposed to get gear. You're supposed to have stuff like this. I was working. I had the Vicks, bro. Like they had gave us we had FSU issued Vicks, but it was garnet and gold. It was like garnet, gold, and white. It was clean. The problem is the turf. They had a bubble. Like the Nike used to put the air bubble because everybody thought for whatever reason that was shock absorbent. It wasn't. It was stupid. It burst, and when it burst with the training, the impact that I was putting into the ground, I had a flat tire, so I couldn't. I needed shoes. So what do? You call your agent. You're not supposed to worry about anything. This man was like, I'm going to get you some better shoes. But here, he just went to Ross and got me some size 12 shoes. And it was some raggedy ass cross trainers, right? And I was like, all right, cool. And then like a week or so ago, I was like, man, hey, man, these shoes are hurting my feet, man. Can I get some better shoes? And he sent, and we were in a group text or something like that. And he sent, hey, man, you need to worry about the more important things. And so me and K Hall, more important than shoes. Since 2006, me and K Hall have an inside joke. Every time we see each other, or it will be a random text, because K Hall coaches at at Live Oak Swanee High School. He'll be like, hey, man, you need to worry about the more important things. I mean, like, it's just, I'll say that to him. Like, we see our kids, he sees Trey or whatever, we got the football game. He's like, man, I'm glad to see your dad got you worried about the more important things today. And it would just be, it just tickles us because it's when you're going through struggles in life, when you're going through moments, the beautiful thing about sports is it's supposed to pull you together so that you can laugh in the face of hypocrisy or laugh in the face of whatever you're going through. You know that other person's going through it with you, and you should be able to find some joy in that. Lost in this new society is the ability to find joy in anything, and everything has to be the worst, knowing that you're hypocritical as fuck. On today's show, we're going to talk about a lot of those different things. But before we get into that, I want to implore anybody watching this, the 5 people watching this. One, do y'all want some chips from the store? Y'all want something? Like, I appreciate y'all. But more importantly, I need people to share this shit the next couple of days. Like y'all sharing ugly women getting beat up. Like you're sharing about a potential side bitch becoming our president. Like you share this like a potential rapist and pedophile becoming our president. You share this like you share everything else that you don't really care about or give a fuck about. Please, I got. It's not even for me. It's for the kids that y'all don't give a fuck about. The whole thing come up there. It's for the kids that y'all know y'all don't give a fuck about. If you don't give a fuck about anything else, I got to get rid of the storage unit, man. I don't want to pay these motherfuckers again, man. Like I need to get rid of I need to move this work. I got to get it out of my hands. So, anyways, 5th annual book bag drive.
Were these the shoes?
It was another version of them. Okay. It wasn't those. But gotta get it. I gotta get the book bag drive 5th annual the last weekend. You can still support. We're still fundraising. I will always. This is one of the funniest clips ever. But
donations.
Gifts. But no Red Lobster though. That's what tripped me out. That's how you know Beyonce and Jay-Z rich. Remember she made the song Formation? Like, if you F me good, I take him to Red Lobster. Like, you're so rich and so used to the finer things in life that you just got to slum it up. And even you slumming it up is Red Lobster.
Yeah, exactly.
God, we were talking off camera, Miles, about why these women are having these problems. It's Beyonce. We can blame Beyonce. It's okay. We can blame Beyonce. Beyonce got y'all thinking y'all Beyonce.
Right.
And you're not. But Kevin Samuels said the wildest shit I've ever had. And I don't know if it's really wild now that I think about it, but you just can't say it even if you really believe it.
What?
He ranked her like a 7 or 8. But when you think about it, if Beyonce wasn't Beyonce, would we like Beyonce like that? She would still be fine, pretty. But like we're thinking of everything that comes with Beyonce, a lot of makeup, a lot of glamour.
Right.
The money make people look good. Remember Chris Rock was Pookie in New Jack City.
Facts.
He looks nothing like Pookie from New Jack City. He's been eating.
Yeah.
But again, a 5 is average. If you tell a woman, man, you are a 5, baby, she'll try to stab you.
Yeah.
Even if she's a 3. But if you go, but you really think that's why I think Patrice O'Neal had a better 0 to 30. Because what if you pretty ugly? That would put you as a 10.
Oh, and you feel bad because it's a nice round number. It's 10.
But what if you are ugly pretty? That will put you at a 20 or 21.
Huh.
10 is just so close. Like 5 is most of us are average. You're average students. You're an average person. Right. You want to make an average salary. You want to be this. Everybody ain't rich. Everybody ain't fine.
Right.
We are all plus we are all ugly to somebody.
And
I don't think, but here's the truth. I like ass. I like Michelle Obama. All white men think Michelle Obama they try to call her a transmission. They try to call Serena Williams a transmission during the time. But I like Serena. Well, I don't like new Serena. Old Serena was fine. I don't know what's going on with new Serena. I'm not gonna just not. Sometimes you age out of stuff, I guess. I don't like Melania Trump. I don't think she's fine.
Nah, not my.
She's too skinny for me.
Yeah, and
I'm not knocking anybody who likes her. It's just not my cup of tea.
And I could deal with skinny women, but she looked
cigarette skinny. Like she's like I know she might not do blow now because she's a mom, but I know she was taking a couple bumps.
Well, yeah, you can find finer girls or just as fine as these celebrities at your local mall, working gas station, just regular people. Yeah.
I think that's also my problem. I'll admit, I love me an old regular chick, man. I just something about it, man. Just roll out of bed, man, with no makeup on. Like, just, if you gotta wear makeup, I don't really want you like that, dog. Like,
and your bodies are more unique now because everybody's getting all the work done to come into this homogeneous body type. Now you're
I don't want you looking like an alien, man. It's scaring me because I be watching the doctor is Ben Carson. Is that not Ben Carson? Ben Carson's the guy who be doing brain stuff. It'll come to me. But anyways, the guy be talking about Anunnaki and other stuff, and like it's scaring me because I think some of y'all are the Anunnaki or y'all Enlils or some shit like that.
That's
so
why you getting all this work.
Like you getting all this work done and you looking like the aliens, man. I don't want no alien, no ant body bitch.
Let me appreciate God's work, not Bob's work.
Right, man. Get a little nothing wrong with a little poo. I'm grown now. Get a little pooch ain't nothing.
Yeah, for real though.
Like I'm old. Like when I go outside, I want an awning. Just put a little awning over the vagina. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You were a 13-year-old and your friend with the fine mom came out because he got in trouble and she was in a dress robe and a bonnet. You were like, that's when you first got awakened.
Yep. Mamas with ass. Ooh, we're gonna talk about that today too. So let's show the book bag drive in Tallahassee again. We got some of the video, we got some of the pictures, we got some of the other different things. I joke about all of that to say, please just share. It don't have to be mine. Share something positive. James Coleman. This is twice a day. Just once or twice a day. And watch how your life changes. It's like eating a vegetable. If you ain't never ate a vegetable, eat a vegetable. Not the vegetables like the stouts, but all the ham and shit. And then go eat some good roughage. And see how your insides feel better. You might tear the house up, but you're just saying, like, do something right, man.
You know what? That could be a whole segment. The way today's.
I'm James Coleman. This is my 5th year doing my community give back here at Bond Elementary School in Tallahassee, Florida. It's how I celebrate my birthday by giving back to a city that gave so much to me. We give them book bags with about 9 weeks worth of school supplies. We give them about a week's worth of food. So when they go out there and they start that school year, they're going to start it off pretty strong. I love seeing this. And as long as I still have birthdays, I'm going to be out here doing this every year.
We can't wait for help to come. We are the help. And we got people who depend on this. So thank you all for making Tallahassee great. And listen, when I went to the commission, I told them that the South would rise again. They laughed at me because they think about the wrong South. The South side is rising again.
Oh, shut the whole hood. Like, I mean, just right there. I'm telling you, couldn't even. It doesn't even imagine. This is the craziest thing. And I'm bragging on myself because this is my show. I don't give a fuck. Half of y'all ain't listening to anyway. I know all the viewers are going to come back in football season. So whatever. Bore you to death. Doesn't matter to me. We're going to talk about some controversial stuff in a minute. That's supposed to be one of the tough, and it is one of the tough, like right around the street from Holden Street projects, a whole bunch of other different things. Beautiful community. I have done this for 5 years, and I have never had any incident. And we shut the whole. We are blocking people in their homes from 9 to 11. And nobody comes out. Nobody says anything bad. They can't wait for it to the next. They can't wait for the next time for it to happen. I think a lot of you guys' outlook on life would change if you would shut the fuck up and stop typing with your thumbs and get your ass out of the place that you're in and go experience the other side of America.
Exactly.
You would not be fair. I'm afraid. Listen, they're not shooting me up. They're not going to. So I promise you, you're going to be okay. You don't have to hide your pocketbooks. And to be honest with you, if you did, I tell people all the time, why would you do that? Because if you believe I'm going to rob you, you got to believe I have super strength and super speed.
This is across from the hood?
Yeah, it's like the South hood. I had to explain to people, the South and the West hoods are different than Northeast. Northeast have tenements in like the project, like the real high rises and things of that nature.
Landscape.
There are apartments and things of that nature, but like it's, again, I gotta teach people American history. So there was this thing called redlining, and when redlining happened, that means there are areas that Black people could only live. So some of these people have had these homes and their families for years, so they only know this community. There used to live next to Black people used to live next to doctors, lawyers, teachers, everybody. The bums were down the street, but you could only live in these areas. Once they removed this, people were moving. The people who had the ability, that had the good jobs, could move out into other neighborhoods.
Okay.
And that's when we started experiencing wealth through real estate. But then there were guys who couldn't, that they couldn't, and so the wealth left. But some of the people, and then some people just don't like moving. Like me, I would be content being in the same place for 30 years. But what happens is the property values go down, and other people can afford to come here, and so it's only you're getting away the talented 10th or the top, and it's only becoming the bottom. So there are people here who are phenomenal people that are mixed in with people who aren't. So, but anyway, so Jacksonville Book Bag Drive. You go to JamesColemanGivesBack.com. You can come check this out right here. We still have room to register for book bags. We have room to register for the football camp. We also have places for you to volunteer. Shut the fuck up and come volunteer is really my message for today. Stop talking. You know what? I will encourage. Come talk about the transmissions with me. Like, come on out here. We'll do a live show. You can bitch about whatever you want to bitch about. As matter of fact, if you would like to, ask the questions to the blacks. Why are y'all Democrat? Hand them a book bag while you're asking them that. It's what the Jehovah's Witnesses have done for so long. Like, come be evangelical.
Right. Try to down talk the school.
Bond is one of the best academic schools in there. Hey, Angelo put, hey, James, what's the information for the book bag drive in Jacksonville? It's right there. Long Branch Elementary School out east is going to look damn near exactly the same as Bond. Now, I will admit, Long Branch might be look a little more tougher, but it's a smaller school too. It's a little rougher area out east. We out there. We out east. But come on out east with us, man. Come on in and fix yourself something cold to drink. Like my man said, we'll take care of you, man.
I didn't know State Farm sponsored it. It's awesome.
But yeah, whoa, man, Gaylord Parks. Gaylord Parks did sponsor the one in Tallahassee. Can I make a joke, even though it was very gracious of her? I appreciate it. Gaylord Parks has been my mother's State Farm agent for 33 years. It was about goddamn time. I've known Gaylord my whole life. This is the first check she ever gave us back.
I realized it says Gaylord. It's not just State Farm.
Because it's not State Farm corporate. This is Gaylord. Now Gaylord said. Now Gaylord wrote that check. Yeah. Gaylord want to make sure bitch. This is not State Farm corporate. All honesty, she probably did get they do have different things, but it is to help them advertise and promote in the communities in which they're in. So
a budget for that.
Unfortunately, I do have State Farm, and it's not with Gaylord, but I do appreciate Gaylord and everything that she's done. Gaylord's dope. Anyways, got more stuff too. Can we I guess I don't know what all else we got. I know there's an article from News for Jacks.
Oh, yes, we do got that.
And then I'm gonna brag on my dog Toby in Mandarin, where I'm the SID, because we're gonna get a lot of Mandarin content, and it's cool because I got 3 right now top 100 football players in America that are on our team in Mandarin. I think maybe 4 top 250. Tramel's not top 100 yet. But now go to the news because he's got another thing where he shows the whole video and stuff like that. So right there. I had the brown suit on. Forgive me, my suit jacket wasn't buttoned because I lost a little weight. I haven't been able to fit my chocolate brown suit in a minute. But then as soon as I got it, I realized that my button's gone. So I couldn't button it up. Which bothers me. And I will be freshly tapered for the book bag drive. My beard has been crazy. I ain't doing shit with my hair. I'm wearing the MFTK cap. So this guy's bald head was crispy too, though. I don't know. Can you say somebody's bald head is crispy? It was really shiny. It was throwing me off. They gonna get that commercial in, man. All right.
Give back to local communities, including right here in Jacksonville. News for Jax reporter Aaron Farrar caught up with James Coleman about this annual event.
And it's cool because it has become annual for him, and he says that he wants this to continue, not just beyond just the 5 years.
I want to know how he talks
to become a thing that happens for generations to come. So this is a really cool opportunity for those in Jacksonville. So this weekend, Coleman is hosting a high school supply giveaway, and he's also hosting a free football clinic. The one thing he hopes to see this year that he thinks will help his community event to grow, that's what you want to see coming up in a few minutes.
It's become a tradition.
5 years of the James Coleman Community Giveaway.
I don't want school supplies to be an excuse for why a kid doesn't start off their school year with the best possibilities.
Giving away at least 2,000 backpacks to students, school supplies, and groceries is how Coleman is celebrating his recent 40th birthday. This is a video from the last 2 years of that giveaway. Saturday from 10 until noon, Coleman is doing the same thing at Long Branch Elementary School on Franklin Street. This year, Coleman is encouraging people to sign up as volunteers this weekend.
I think that's the impact and that's the change that the world needs to see. It's not about social media. It's not about talking about it. It's about actually doing something to being impactful.
Coleman was a decorated fullback with Florida State, scoring 10 touchdowns in his career and hauling in 3 ACC championships as a starter. He played 1 season with the New Orleans Saints in 2006. This marks the 5th year Coleman is doing this big community give back before school starts.
That makes it
He
look
does it in 3 different cities: Orlando, his hometown of Tallahassee, and right here in Jacksonville.
30 years from now, somebody's saying, hey, when James Coleman came back into my community, it empowered me to be able to achieve my goals and dreams. Again, a lot of people can talk about how bad the world is, but what are you doing to impact it? And I'd rather try to have an impact to make the world as positive as I can.
Last year, Coleman handed out around 1,250 backpacks and eagerly wants to see that number surge this year. From giving to extended mentorship, Coleman hopes this becomes more than just a tradition.
My number was 36 when I played. Hope it materializes to me giving away 36,000 backpacks and feeding 36,000 families. I hope it materializes into a great camp where some of the best football prospects in Jacksonville history come out of.
And ultimately leave their marks on the community.
Them girls so cute.
That's not all, though. On Sunday, James Coleman is hosting a free youth football camp.
Because Lady T is a boy. You ever seen somebody? You know what? I fucks with Lady T, so I got to make sure I give her props. You ever seen somebody aggressively mad that they might not be able to give back?
No.
So yeah. I mean, I mean it just like that. And her husband, Jay Davis Empire, was one of the ones who reached out to me a while ago. So the group is called Polka Boss. Have no idea what that means, but they maybe I'll read it. Oh, okay, maybe that's the name of they have like a polka pageant. So it's like little girls that doll them up, dress them up. Man, the girl cute. Man, look at the black girl, little cute ass black girls, man. I don't want them asking me for shit. They just are my goddaughters, man. They get whatever they want to get out of me. You know, they got the cake pops at Starbucks for like $4 fucking.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And I'm like, Uncle James, can we have a cake pop from Starbucks? Like, God damn.
I can get you a whole cake for less.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sitting here like I can make a cake. We can ball it up together, put it on the stick, and put it like, but it's not the same. They asked me for that. Her name's Lady T, Miss Polka Pageant. We volunteered last year, had an amazing time. This year, before I signed up, my husband, Davis, messaged you and asked if we could volunteer again this year. Now, my problem is I just received an email from your team stating we can't participate because most of my girls are between the ages of 5 and 13. My parents have been looking forward to this day. I also bring my own group of adult volunteers and split the girls into groups. Can you help me with the situation? I had gotten a call before that. And Brittany was getting, but I called, I said, hey man, listen, I'm with you. But it ain't the people who are doing the molesting is blaming the transmissions, even though they're the ones doing it. And they're saying that, I have to have a $2 million sexual assault policy for every event that I run. I was like, so we had some things, but she was like, we have adults that go with them. The girls do not go to the cars. I said, man, you know what? Bring them little cute ass girls. I remember them girls. We'll find something for the little girls to do. And I'm dope. I like it. Again, that's the kind of change that black organization. Everybody want to talk about how bad it is. But I need some guys, my pilgrims, not the other ones. Did I tell you that I got in trouble for saying certain word?
Oh boy.
Just looked over and called the kid that. Like, didn't mean nothing by it, but I'm like, I don't even know where he heard it because I don't use that word like that unless we go into the barrel. When I go to the barrel, we going. But anyway.
Oh my gosh.
He said I ain't even gonna say who he heard it from. I ain't even gonna say who he said he got it from because that motherfucker right there is something else.
None of us say that.
It's one that says it with his friends on the video game. They talk a little. A little reckless, and I can't get on him too much because I remember what it was like being that age. And he's using it in a safe space with his friends that are of that pigmentation. That's what they're calling themselves. So it's a little, anyways. Parenthood is an interesting thing. Kids say the darndest things. But I need my pilgrims to come out here, guys. I need y'all I need the people to come out here, man. We can change the world one book bag at a time.
Oh, it says Marvin Allen says his family started Pokebus. That's his little niece.
No way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. You tell her that James was talking about. I love them, man. Them kids, man, was good. And they had my favorite cereal last year. I'm old.
What's Polka?
I don't know what Polka means. And it's a lip gloss company and all this other stuff, man.
Oh, okay.
But like, you're asking me too many questions, Ramon. I don't know. I type GPS and I look like I know where I'm going. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't want no smoke.
I believe this is them here.
That's the pageant. They do like a pageant. It's like a little pageant,
awesome.
man. Like boosted it. Got little girls volunteering and shit. Hell yeah, I ain't gonna stop no kids from volunteering. Anyways, that's what we got going. Yesterday was media days, and we are indoctrinating this. So we have a football camp. Anybody can come to football camp, boy, girl, identifier. If you're between the elementary and middle school ages, come on out to the football camp, and we will do all the things. We'll help out there. So, but what we're doing is trying to indoctrinate the world into the Mandarin philosophy. Mandarin is a completely Nike school. We have Nike practice uniforms. We have Nike jerseys, even though we were not able to display our Nike stuff because it hasn't all come in. But hopefully by the first game, we will be in all Nike uniforms. But I want to post my brother, Toby Bullock, because I'm proud of it. If you got a kid and they don't want to be a Mustang, what the fuck is wrong with you? So just a big white man. And my guys were doing out there. They did a really good job. Tremel, Jamie, Drake. We had, I can't think of Dion, my running back. They just transferred in. J. Lou. And then Adrian. Adrian is the new kid. So, but listen to Toby talk about, and Toby's going to come talk to the kids at the football camp because I want people, again, so people know, this is one of my son's godfathers. I found the biggest white man that I could find to be one of my kids' godfathers so they can learn that Hallmark Channel white people shit. That is the first thing I told him. Your job is to help me do that white people shit, like cutting trees down for Christmas and marshmallow roast. I had never carved a pumpkin. Now I'm good as fuck at carving a pumpkin. I can carve the fuck out of a pumpkin because of Toby. I've been doing it for the last 11 years. And, but again, that's the guy. I fuck you up over Toby Bullock. But Toby Bullock wants to win 11 state championships. My job is to help him win 11 state championships. So check Toby out.
I've been on both sides of it. I was at Wilson High School, and kids were, I remember the day I got the job. The day I got the job at Wilson High School, I met some kids. 3 days later, those kids were gone. They were at other high schools. They had gone to University Christian. They had gone to Raines. A couple guys had gone to Sandalwood. And so I've seen both sides of it. What we try to do at Mandarin High School, and people can say whatever they want to say, but this is the real deal. Brian Rado, Sarah Bravo, our principal and AD, built an atmosphere that we try to make it like a movie. We want it to be the place to go to high school. Football-wise, we want to spoil our kids rotten. We want to have them to have all the things. The simple fact of the matter is not every kid's going to play Division I football. Not every kid's Jamie French. Yeah. So I want my kids, my players at Mandarin High School to have the best experience they can have because they're not all going there. I got to play college football. A lot of my coaches got to play college football. But my son is not going to play college football, and he's my son. I think the world of him, but he is a starter on our team. He's going into his senior year. I want him to have the greatest experience he can have. And so every kid that walks in our program, we want to have the greatest experience. We want them to be spoiled rotten. We want them to work their tails off. We want everything that they do to be about the experience of playing high school football. And that's what we try to exude into the community. And if people don't like that, I really don't care. And so people want to say that, we do this and we do that. It's like anything. Is everything in your house that people say about you right? No, because they're not inside. And so it's what happens. You know, we're an easy target, which is fine. Nick Saban said it best. If people aren't talking bad about you, you're probably not doing something right.
That's true.
And I'm all for that. But these guys are what make it happen. And the experience that we want boys to come in as freshmen. We want men to leave. At the end of the day, everything we say, you'll hear me say it on every radio interview I do, everything is +2. It's a +2 mindset. What can I do to get better? But at the end of the +2 mindset is we want men that can carry their family members when they're at their weakest moment. And so those family members are strong enough to walk on their own. That's what we preach. That's what we believe in. That's what we're always pushing. People don't like that. We don't care.
That's a great.
I love it. The only thing he could have done better is if you don't like that, I don't give a fuck. But that's not him. So again, that's my dog, Toby Bullock. I have a lot of people that I like and I know. I don't have a lot of friends. That is my friend. Like, it's like if you've watched Tombstone, when my guy said he was sick and he came to the fight, they say you need to be in bed somewhere. He's like, Doc Holliday's my friend. He's like, I have a lot of friends. He's like, well, I don't. And he meant that. That's when you knew he meant that shit. So, but anyways, though, that's that. Enough of the sentimental shit. Let's get into the real shit. We got Black History Sports for the Olympics. This time of year in 1988, 4 beautiful Black women that were extremely fast decided that they wanted to represent America and show us the goal. Again, nobody was afraid. Nobody was saying anything. They just saw straight dominance, and they just wanted to win that gold medal. So let's see these beautiful sisters hit this track, just this moment in Black history for us.
Sheila Eccles.
Alice Brown.
Just look at that. That look confident.
Then to FloJo, Florence Griffith Joyner, and then handing off to Evelyn Ashford, who will thank her.
I say this though, you can tell the steroids is flowing.
Closing the stagger on Bulgaria. She is burning up the turn. Here's the pass. It's a good one. There's 1 down, 2 to go.
Much better than in the semifinal. This is the critical pass for the U.S. Will FloJo start out fast enough? Excellent. But they're behind at this point.
We used to say if your 4x1 team wasn't good, you didn't have a good track team.
To Evelyn.
Excellent.
Marby Skur is Here comes Evelyn. She does it. 41.97.
She looks so relaxed.
Yeah, composed.
Like just, as my homegirl Sheena said, I don't like nobody in front of me when she was running track. I thought that's the coldest thing ever. So that moment, this week in the news, shout out to the guy who who let the American government help him completely transform Black America. Rayful Evans, a famous DC drug kingpin, was freed from jail. He made tons of money. Was a reason why a lot of these drug shows started. Is it me or something? Like, I'm starting to believe in cloning, because some of these people get out of one, they get the teeth. Like, why are they getting better teeth than Tia Kim? And then 2, why does he look so relaxed? He doesn't look old.
Right.
Like, like that guy next to him is probably one of his friends that got him. That motherfucker looked like he'd been through something. Like that's like one guy looks like he's just happy to but then also people in jail happy to be in life. And why is he not dressed like he's still in the mid-90s? Because everybody else that I know get out of jail are locked in the decade that they used to be in. Like he looks he looks like how an old Black man's supposed to dress now. Man, he did all kinds of time. Came up with a pig Latin language so that the cops couldn't know what they were talking about.
They really got away with ass paid Uggs Dre.
It's crazy, but it's like he did a real like they had to find somebody that knew it. That's the only way they broke the code. But like I really believe that some of the most brilliant minds in the Black community were sold a lie. And like this man can run a Fortune 500 company. That's not a monster.
Facts.
50 Cent has this great thing. Like, what if it's easy to say somebody's a monster, but it's harder to say that this man created a $5 million a month or $5 million a day empire that fed, clothed, and did like, because again, to me, these guys are no different than my people who are titans in industry. It's just that their ruthlessness, they'll kill you for real or unalive you for real. But one thing I've seen about rich white people, they'll unalive you while you're still breathing. Like they will literally take away your ability. They've tried to do it to me. Like they will cut your ability to earn, which to me is way more ruthless.
Right.
Like you're making that person suffer through life and things of that nature.
And they can get you off killed too. But
RG3 posted something that was hilarious from my college football updates. He said, I just went through dynasty mode on EA Sports College Football at 25 with Baylor. Undefeated, Big 12 champion, won the Heisman, and we were still ranked lower than a Georgia team with 4 losses and two lost teams going into the college football playoff. This game is too realistic. The game makes no sense at all when it comes to rankings, and that is just like everybody tried to explain what happened to Florida State. Everybody knows it was fucked up, no matter what the outcome was.
Right.
Going into this MFTK moment, this woman's son has a great future behind her. Again, I try to tell my sisters, y'all gotta watch. I got assets. Some of y'all are beautiful, man. And
all right, now
you know what you're doing here. Like you can't tell me that that's just comfortable.
Get out of here.
That's a lot of ass, man. Well, first off, why is she on the sidelines?
God dang.
Second off,
yeah,
she is amazingly. I just love that. You see her compared to the coach.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, damn. Yeah, how tall is she? What do you think, BBL or nah? Or
I don't
cornbread?
think so. I just think that I think that's hood snacks.
Man, yeah, the bow-leggedness is there too. But honestly, back to I'm getting distracted. What are you doing there? What are we doing?
Like you're being seen. If 18 is her son, 18 is starting. Again, some of you, again, I don't mean to ruffle no feathers because some of y'all, that's the only reason your son is playing, or the only reason you played is because your mama was fine. This is not going to work at certain levels. Like eventually, it's going to come to an end. Your mama's not fine enough to get you a scholar to cost somebody their job. But boy, the kid is out there fighting for his life. Like the kid, I told y'all. I talked with Trey. Trey didn't say, or he might have said it. One of the kids, and he doesn't play on that football team no more. They did their Pop Warner championships, and they said, "Hey man, such and such mama got a big old ass and a big old butt." And then he got mad. And he was trying to fight the boys, and I had to ask the coach, like, "Coach, which mom was it?" Said such and such. I was like, "I don't know what that is. She got it. Does she have a big butt?" Yeah, coach. that thing, coach.
I mean, man, she can't make a movement without that.
That thing. Wow. Like she's knocking people off. Like she can't turn sideways for nothing.
She check her pockets and gonna start a tsunami line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, guys. Like, we all grown now. It's time to start admitting this shit.
Yeah, just wear pants. What the
women, let's just start admitting things. Can we as a family just start, even if you're like, women's rights. I love this openness about women now because again, the whoredom's coming to a whole new level. It's great for everybody. But let's just start thinking about the children.
Yeah.
A little bit. And let's just start saying that, okay, while you're doing this for yourself, mama gotta have a life too.
Right.
It's a little distracting.
Imagine these men out here like wear leggings.
So I got told by Tom, and this is weird. This is cool. Like some humor I'm okay with because I've been around a lot. I don't play gay games, but I've been around enough white people to know like that they're just joking and I'm cool.
Yeah.
So I have these. I love gray sweatpants, and I love gray sweatpants season. They're literally the most comfortable sweatpants you can wear.
Yeah.
Black ones, for whatever reason, are more restricting. They don't move. The gray ones move better. I also don't wear baggy clothing anymore. As a big guy, I don't want to look bigger than what I am. So my clothes fit. They're not tight. They just fit. the first parent meeting we had at Bowles, Tom has every coach come there. And I was talking about strength and conditioning and training. And I had my gray sweatpants on and I had a Bowles shirt on. They still talk about it to this day. They're like, yo, James, man, wear another size pants up. So when I'm ordering my gear, they're like, yo, order your sweats another size up. I'm over here listening to you talking. I got a whole dick in my face, man. Like, what's going on here? And I'm like, bro, stop it, dog. Stop the cat. He's like, you didn't notice all the moms went from the back to come listen to you talk about training their kids? All these white women fantasies is coming through. I said, so again, you can feel comfortable and live your best life. But at the same time, you got to acknowledge that this may look a certain kind of way to somebody.
Right.
Just like if you're an athletic trainer, right? And it's the Olympics. Things happen. I've had a groin injury. I've had a hip flexor injury. It's only one way to get in there.
Oh, Jesus.
Jimmy Fredette was getting some much needed medical attention. I'll be honest with you. This lady looked determined to get that medical attention about him. And I need this kind of medical attention right now. I can use this medical attention, from a trained expert. She's an expert. But listen, we're grown. We can admit, what does this look like, Jimmy?
Oh my word.
And she wasn't getting it right. Jimmy's a coach. Get right there. Get in there. Yeah. And she made him cry. Ooh. Get some rubbing and tugging that makes you cry. Lord, man, Jesus. Anyways, man, listen again. Hey, she got a whole husband that's mad right now.
Yeah, for real.
Like, why are you touching that white man's junk like that? Dr. Umar's gonna have a whole show on it.
It's the rubbing of the eyes at the end that's driving me crazy. This is uncomfortable.
Shout out to Bud. My dog Bud. My pilgrim. Oh, man. Bud sent me the text. I'm happy. Man, that's a good rub right there. I hope Bud finds a good black woman, a good, wholesome black woman to help his groin because of what he just said.
Dang.
I mean, she getting in there, man. There's no way she doesn't know that looks wild.
Get the genie out that thing.
Oh, man. I don't know if that, but the Olympics are here. Shout out to my homegirl Sheena who posted the schedule. These are French times though. So this is in Paris. I'm going to help you guys out with one of them, but track starts now. They got maybe are they a day behind? I don't know what's going on. Why did we have? Oh yeah, they had 100-meter prelims, 10:30 women's 100-meter prelims. We're at 10:35, whatever French time is. All of that different stuff. I'll have that posted on Den Media Group so that you guys can check that out. But they posted Sha'Carri's 100-meter run already. Let me see. It's RG3 posted it, so it's the last one, and then we'll go back up. Because I want everybody to see Sha'Carri ran a 10.79. They've already announced that she'll be going up against Shelly Price in the semifinal, which is crazy because you got the world champion right now going against the former gold medal winner in a fucking semifinal. That should be waiting to the end, but that's gonna be crazy. But watch this. Sha'Carri did a thing. But at least she ran 10.92.
Crazy.
Like, I just only know one way. Like, I wonder how they know, like, all right, this is gonna get me good enough to get it.
Yeah, right.
Because she wasn't pumping, she was just relaxation. Man, my dog, my pilgrim. Going back up to the top is the gold medal count. Again, this is where we all are Americans. Nobody gives a fuck about anything except for our dominance. We were leading the total medals at one point. We had 37 total, but we got to get that gold medal. Got to get the gold medal up a little bit. We got to get our weight up there. But I know with the tracks, we're going to get Noah Lyles. His little sassy ass is going to be winning his 2 events. Sha'Carri going to win her 3 events because he'll be in the 4x1 as well. Sha'Carri will win the 100 and the 4x1. We finna dominate in the thing that matters. I don't want to hear shit from you people who are boycotting the Olympics. Let us enjoy this. You go be miserable by yourself.
Right.
It's funny because the same people who are saying they're boycotting the Olympics are the same people who said that they're boycotting NFL. And they can tell you more about the NFL than the people like me who cover it. I just found a new young lady that I am enamored with. Apparently, she complained. I'm sorry, this is the misogyny in me, and then the new stuff but I believe that in order for further American excellence, we should require, you can go identify whatever you want to identify, but Kevin Durant and Brittany Griner should have been forced to have a baby. I believe that this young lady should be forced to have a child with someone that she likes. She says she couldn't pay her college tuition and stuff like that, but she's representing us in the Olympics. She is stronger than most football players, but she's a thrower. She goes to Vanderbilt University. I'm telling you guys, she's not ugly. She got a body. She's cute. She's got good genes. Apparently, she can hang clean, damn near like 275 or some shit like that. She's squatting 1, 2. Wow, that's a lot. She is squatting over 500. Let me show this. I know, again, white men are afraid to be, a lot of men, not just white men, are afraid to be dominated. I'm not used to being dominated. Dominate me, baby. Like, go ahead. That is moving. That is great technique. I'm coming for it all. She dipping it low, picking it up slow. If she can do, guys, listen, if she can do that. Just saying.
What?
All I'm saying is if she can squat that, if she can dip it low, bro, she's got a core. So she got a core. That means she's got her Kegels are pretty nice, right? There's no reason she shouldn't be able to pay her bills.
What do you mean she can't pay her bills?
She's a college student. And she can't, and NIL is more about popularity. So the 100 meters and like the other women get more. She got to just start showing something, dog. Like there's a big light skin. She's like the light skin bodybuilder bitch that's on IG. That's fine. And I know she gets some stuff too, but like she got a YouTube. I mean, she can pick me up, body slam me, hang clean me, squat me, baby. I do the thing like you know what I got to solve for. Again, don't call me what you want to call. Capitalism is about solving problems. I bet if you put on your NIL page, let me squat you.
Ooh.
Man, I will have somebody lift me up and put me on top of her. Just like, imagine me. I haven't been picked up and like for a shoulder ride probably since I was 5. That would bring me so much joy. Tell me what to pay, and I will pay for it. Like just to be able to, again, if that will help you. Like if it doesn't help you, then I'm okay with it. I get it. I don't want to offend her, but like
there's no money in weightlifting competitions. She's representing our country.
Charles, you should have. Charles said ages ago, he had a 6'6" basketball player, and her hand wrapped around his neck twice. Man,
wow,
brother, Jesus. But man, like again,
wow.
I saw a woman say she wanted to choke a dude, and I'm like, you only whip petite dudes. This could never work on me. You could never grab, like, even if you had both, my neck is, I'm a thick neck brother. Like, now, the savior of the Olympics, of American Olympic sports, is Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav heard her cry, and he came through for her. He helped. But I'm just saying it's going to be a time. it's gonna be a time when you're gonna be out of this, and you're gonna need some more stuff. Like I'm just saying, if little rent check, little light bill need to get paid, man. I know some guys who will take that down, man. Again, for the betterment of the country. We don't need our athletes out here not thinking sad and like not being able to train properly so that you can go win your medals. I need you properly equipped.
And shout out to Flavor Flav, man.
And shout out to Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav, really, that is, all jokes aside, do you see how she's doing pull-ups?
I can't even. I mean, she was benching like, I don't even know how many plates was on there. It was ridiculous.
Like, yo, look at that speed of the bar.
I just didn't think, because I watched some female weightlifters too. I haven't seen this.
No, this is lifting for explosiveness.
Right.
She's an athlete. Bodybuilders got to just get the weight up, or they got to get this stuff. Like, and the crazy because she's not a bodybuilder, so she's not trying. So she's got a little stuff where she needs to have it to help her. Like, again, the more shredded an athlete is, typically the more issues they have. Yeah. Like, look at pictures. All the really, really good pictures got a little belly. I would talk about one that told me the game, but now he's a pedophile, and I can't talk about him no more.
Yeah.
It hurt my heart, like, to see that shit. Might have to replay that motherfucker just to watch that takedown from the police officer.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she's mentioned 405. It looks like that.
Yeah, positivity, right? Dope. Going to be elite. And American. When did Americans like start pretending to give a fuck about anybody in general, but in particular ugly women? Now, before I say that, FSU Big 3 Twitter was in a blaze the other day because apparently everybody ugly. And I'm not even going to put the thing on my homegirl said. I'm just going to say my homegirl said. I don't want to put her in no trouble. I don't want to start no shit. But
I mean, we probably can guess.
They can probably deduce
Yeah.
and go look up tweets about who's calling who ugly. And you'll get what you need to get. But the thing is, she pointed out ever since somebody pointed out that this girl uses filters, I wish I'd never seen her real face before. Because, she's a little, did you put it up there?
Oh, you didn't want it?
Yeah, goddamn, Miles. I just said.
That's why I was like, why is he trying
I'm just reading it. I'm just reading it. But I mean, she's already gotten her heat from me.
I mean, she said a heatable.
It was a bar, but but then what was funny is everybody was chiming in. It was such a chime in. It was from some really pretty people that were saying, well, I'm ugly too. And then some ugly people were saying they were ugly, but I don't think they understood the joke. Some of them probably, shouldn't have, okay. But the thing is that ugly people need love too. We all a little ugly to somebody. I call myself personally medium handsome. I am not risk it all, but I definitely cannot be the ugliest person on the planet. I have way too much experience to have been that. Plus, I had a cheat code. Not even gonna lie to you. Being really, really good at sports as a man is a cheat code. I bring this up because the world was in an outrage, and I've never seen so many people talk so much and be so wrong about ugly women. Both women were ugly. One woman was just uglier than the other woman.
Oh my goodness.
And what do you mean, James? Like, one lady was so ugly, it punched a girl so hard that they just needed to make her a man. Now, upon further review, I looked at the ugly woman. You know what I got from the ugly woman? She looked like Caitlin Clark to me.
Oh boy.
She's about as ugly as Caitlin Clark.
Oh my God.
But Caitlin Clark's American, so we're going to ride for the American. And some of y'all just, legitimately just want to argue. You wanted to be mad ever since they did bro. Do you want to know what's funny about America? So Drake, I've seen a couple kids, they got, now what's being famous is the Last Supper chain.
A chain of
the pendant, my bad, the pendant. The pendant.
Wow.
So I saw one kid in Mandarin have one on the other day, and I said, oh man, you got that little I said, I see you with the little fruity pendant from the French Olympics. Nah, coach, they didn't know what was going on. I was just joking about it. I said, all right, man, I'm just messing with you. So Drake, our top player, had the same thing. I'm saying, hey, man, I didn't know the French Olympics inspired you to go get this chain. He's like, nah, man, this ain't that. This is called Sunday supper. I said, what did you just say? What did you just call it? Yeah, coach, man, it's the Sunday supper, man. It was crazy. It was good. I said, you know what, Drake? I love you, dog. You just here to play football. You don't care about what's going on in the world. You don't care about history. You care about hitting wide receivers and getting interceptions. That's going to get you a long way. Drake says Sunday supper. It meant the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Everybody been mad about, all of that stuff and things like this.
I kind of want to call it that.
And I told him, from now on, I will never call it the Last Supper. It is Sunday supper from now on. Yeah. But everybody made an uproar about how it was it wasn't right. It was blasphemy. It was blasphemy for the LGBT, whatever the French people to do their rendition of a painting that was where they're from.
Right.
That doesn't look like any of the disciples, right? Without taking into account that the actual Last Supper painting doesn't look like any of the disciples. Yeah, they were not white men. On top of the fact that it was that he got paid by a gay man to paint that. Yes, the man that you guys have on your pendant, your Jesus piece, is a gay man. That's Caesar Borgia. He liked boys. I'm sorry to tell you this. That ain't Jesus. So when you bring me the Shroud of Turin and it looked like him, that ain't Jesus, dog. Jesus had hair he had nappy ass hair and feet like bronze and skin like bronze, bro. He did not look like a white hippie. I can tell you that much. Sorry, y'all had to learn that from me. But anyways, going into it, there was a fight between a lady from Algeria, and people said it was a man. So much so that even J.D. Vance, they made it American political, even though neither one. Can you post this up?
Yes.
So, just to let you know that this is where I don't know where we as a society, I do know where. We lost critical thinking skills. See, the people who didn't have to have critical thinking skills were in the school. I was talking about the one that you had.
Oh,
with both of them. Yeah. Okay, yeah. When we lost there used to be a group of people who never got to change classes. They were in one class all day. And those are the loud ones now. The regular students, the gifted students, they used to tell you had to check your sources before you said. Remember, y'all know what an annotated bibliography is? Does anybody remember? Like, I had to write papers and you had to have an annotated bibliography before you could push it out. So the teacher needed to know where you got your information from. Was it a verified source? Did it make sense? Right now, Twitter is not necessarily a verified source. Anything that you see on Twitter even from a blue check mark, even from me, verify it. And the reason why is because we get paid for this shit. It is literally it's called a dog whistle. Dog whistle means like dogs, they blow a whistle that nobody can hear, and it causes the dog to react. Now, the lady to the left in the blue is a noted loser, a noted crybaby. She did it back in 2022. When she can't take the heat, she gets the fuck out of the kitchen. The lady to the right is from Algeria. So again, you read it and you find out the two countries that these people are from first, right? Then you get a little background about Algeria. Algeria, it is illegal. They ban gay marriages. It's illegal to be a transmission there. Like, you could go to jail. You could die. You think, like, again, critical thinking here. You think a country that has that as their platform is going to put a transgender into the Olympics to represent them? Like, what happened to us? Like, this is when you just want to be mad and you just read a headline and you didn't even think to click the link to even go into it more. Because then you would also learn something. And the problem is, for my Christians, they talk about it in that good book. You become accountable for what you know per that book.
Correct.
So if you clicked on it and you found out just a little research, not even a lot of research, just a little research, you'll find out that she has something that affects 5% of women in the population, where she has a elevated testosterone level, more than the normal female. She also has this thing where they are saying that she may have, she basically could have not, she's not quite a hermaphrodite, but she could have. So she has an XY. Some women have an XY chromosome. But you know what she also has? Female reproductive parts, meaning she can have a whole ass baby.
Okay, well, that settles it for me.
So if she's a transgender, it can have a whole ass baby, right? That completely negates our argument in America that men can't, like, again, like, if you can't have if you can have a baby, you're a woman, dog.
Yeah,
you got ovaries. She's literally been in the argument now. So now they didn't want to shift the goalposts. Now the argument is she shouldn't be able to compete because she couldn't compete like in the box and stuff because of her elevated testosterone levels. I'm with you.
Yeah.
The argument is she shouldn't be able to compete because she's a transgender, which she has never. She has never been anything but a female from birth. They have pictures of her dressed as a little girl with the bows and stuff in her hair. She also fought in the 2021 Olympics, and nobody said anything. She's also not a very good fighter. She's lost to 9 females, bro. 9 females. And this one just happened to she got punched so hard by such an ugly woman that they said she gotta be a man, and she broke it without anybody go in there. Like, again, people, we should boycott the Olympics.
What?
Like, because a sorry ass woman lost to another sorry ass woman in another country that I don't give a fuck about.
Were y'all even watching this? Did anybody actually watch this real time, or we just heard?
They didn't watch it real time. They saw the website was called In Wokeness. And they read the caption more than they watched the video. Didn't do the research. Then they believe in guys that we know are showmen.
Right.
Like Jake Paul.
Oh, he's putting stuff out of.
No, Jake Paul put like, this is a travesty. This is wrong. This is a mockery of the sport. Dog, come on, bro. You're fighting elderly people.
But he knows what he's doing too. He's a part of the thing you're saying. It's used to, they get paid off of it. So he's a genius when it comes to marketing bull.
JD Vance is like, knows that people, again, and what's crazy is I looked at my social media. I'm actually going to call people out. Guys that I know are really, really good people. Made post after post after post about how this is wrong, the Christian right, and blah, 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 and this. You had time to, like, there's only one person that did this, and she wasn't even overly, like, critical of it. And my friend Danielle, when she saw that, when I gave her the information and I gave her the links, she actually went and edited her post. Like, it's so much so that people don't even want to admit that they're wrong. You just want to win. I go and say, like, I get a guy who I actually like, who's a Miami fan. I literally go and say, hey, man, bro, she's not, that's a little female. And he's like, well, what do you need? What's your proof? And I laid it down. I don't need any other proof besides Algeria will kill you for being a transmission. And you think that this, and even then you wouldn't back down.
And think first, what if I am wrong? How insulting is it for me to be calling someone who could have a baby a man? Like, you guys are being incredibly rude. This poor girl finally got to her national or the worldwide stage, and we're just going to harp on the fact that
she's ugly. And the problem is
I was looking for.
She's probably not even that ugly, right?
Yeah, probably not. It's just
she's ugly in competition.
Right. There we go.
It's as in volleyball where you wear, or softball where they make, which is weird. Softball is really weird because they do wear makeup, but they like put their hair in ribbons and bows like little girls. Even in the,
that's right.
It's just, it is the wildest shit to me. Why are we doing this?
I mean, I still find cheerleading at football games weird, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Cheerleading is purely for the sex appeal. For some
yeah, in high school, you know, a lot of them are also gymnasts. I can understand that. But when you're, I'm like,
they do competition stuff. Like when they do the things like that, that's dope. But like for the game, there's no need for that.
Goodness. One of them might not be as bad looking as.
Probably the Italian girl probably isn't as bad looking.
Yeah.
The Italian girl's probably not that bad looking. But the other one is, man.
Which one is this? Let's see. This is okay, yeah, this is the crying one. Yeah, it's definitely the Italian.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, like in all honesty, like in the heat of competition, you're not supposed to look great.
Right. 100%.
They're punching each other in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
But the reality is they're not pretty. I mean, let's just be for real. A girl that she fought, before that's beaten her. Again, I want to emphasize, a girl that she's fought before. Like, again, you can find, there's video of this stuff, man. You can just take 5 seconds out of your fake outrage. Like, this is why everybody doesn't deserve a platform. This is exactly why everybody doesn't deserve a platform. More people are National Enquirer than they are New York Post.
Facts.
And the fact is, you're more like 4 or 5 fuck journalists. Again, I'm not saying this as a knock against him, but I'm just saying he destroyed journalism, but journalism helped destroy itself too. But by saying fake news for things that are real that happened to him, now nobody believes anything except for what they want, except for the most sensationalized shit. Did you know Kyle Rittenhouse said he's not voting for Trump?
I mean, what?
That's serious. You know why? Probably because he shot an AR-15 before. He knows what the damage does. Like everybody's mad about it.
Got to keep it real.
But like the man's got a code. You know what I'm saying? Like the he's like, come on, man. I killed 2 people with an AR-15. I shot in the crowd. I know what an AR-15 can do. You didn't lose half your ear and it grow back like Wolverine. You don't get that, then fuck you. Like at the end of the day. Amy Broadhurst. Have a lot of people texting me over the Ibn Khalif. Personally, I don't think she's done anything to cheat. I think it's the way she was born, and that's out of her control. The fact that she's been beaten by 9 females before says it all.
Right.
A person, Ben Hyde, in his caucasity. What would your reaction have been if you were supposed to fight Khalif? Amy, I have great respect for your boxing legacy, but you missed the mark here. Agreed, the way you're born is out of your control, but it's a clear advantage and shouldn't be allowed. Dan Davies. Amy Broadhurst did fight Amin Khalif in 2022 World Championship Finals, and she won. But here's what we need. This is where we need Boosie. I see you got it up, Miles. We can end all of this right now. And my main Khalif, they are demanding to know if you are a man or a woman. I don't want to see it because, again, you're not my type. But the people who are afraid of their own shadow need to know if you are a man or woman. Boosie, what should she do?
Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
Oh, Lord.
Boosie, what should she do, Boosie?
Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
Wow.
If she does that, if she does this, because it's not my liberal friends, my conservative friends, if she indeed does this, will you stop fake caring about the sorry ass woman's ass that she beat?
Will you? give her $1,000?
Will you give her $1,000 for her pain and suffering?
I mean,
it goes back to my claim. Nobody cares more about what happens in your pants than conservative white men. They care about your pockets, and you don't even realize it, and your ability to earn. And they care about, again, we in America, because this is American people bitching about this. We care about women's rights now.
I know, right?
We literally rolled back abortion, dog. You care about it being unfair that a woman could die in the ring? Do you know what pregnancy is? It's the craziest thing. If it were up to me, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't. My mom told me she only knew my dad for like 3-4 months. Bitch, I would not be here if it were up to me. I don't know that man. I'm not going to lay on the table and potentially die for that man. My point is that it's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. And there's no need for it, because you got grown men saying that they're a fan of a woman, but don't know that the woman fought the woman that she's talking about. It's the only place in the world is the internet where you'll argue with an expert over their opinions. It's the only world, like Aaron Rodgers will say, I don't trust doctors with COVID, but then he tears his Achilles and would do experimental treatments to get back faster. That hasn't been tested on anybody. Like, does that not like sound wild?
Dang, dang, J.K. Rowling, can you shut up for a second? Golly, man. And of course, Elon Musk. Everybody is using this to push their
That's the problem. And like, if anybody uses something to push their agenda, that's when we have to start saying, like, hey, man, let me go do my own research.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a crime. I wish we'd take further steps that these people who induce violence and anger and negativity for dollars, we need to find a way to put a stop to this.
I just want to really emphasize this again. This is the Olympics. In the Olympics, you put your best athletes up. Algeria is a country where same-sex relations can get you prison time. Prison, get you locked up. And you think that they're going to put somebody out there like that. If you believe that, I don't know what to tell you, dog. Like, I am. Did you procreate? Luke, dog, do not. The outrage was all over on social media, Luke. Stop it. I had Kane. There's a Canes fan who literally came. Like, there's multiple Canes fans. You know one of them. It's all over. Everybody. It ain't just Canes. FSU. Everybody's lost their goddamn mind. I even had to hit a dude with a go nose, brother. That's what you do when you hit with, like, when something racist happens, they'll be like, we're all nose at the end of the day.
Bro, like, the people, like, big names, like I say again, J.K. Rowling, Elon Musk, now that the information is out there,
they're not going to go back and
exactly.
No, they're not going to apologize.
What type of, then you don't stand for nothing.
But let's say this, though. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I don't believe men should hit women, right? In theory. But I don't think nobody's not going to send me home to my family. Go to the Fight Haven one. So.
The fight?
It's one that says Fight Haven.
Oh, okay.
Like, is there no situation? Like, I mean, I know this isn't a sanctioned event, but like, a lot of people are going in. They call it domestic violence, not knowing what domestic violence is, but like, domestic violence isn't a sanctioned event. And it's not just a man hitting a woman. It's women hitting women, men hitting men, you beating your child. Those are all things that can be considered domestic violence.
Correct. I'm
telling you this much. If I sense threat, I am equal opportunity, because I know what I have seen women knock grown-ass men out. The only time I want to get hit is I kind of want, we were just talking about old girl. I can't think of her name. Clarissa Shields could hit me. Like, hit me, baby. Just don't hit me in my face.
Apollo Creed, I'm not sure.
But check this right here. So you mean to tell me you that much of a man that you willing to just let this happen?
Oh shit! God damn!
Mm-hmm. Some of y'all gonna let y'all misogyny put you in the hospital.
He kind of frail though. Oh, she hit him with a bowling ball. Oh, I'm like, that took you down.
Would have never been hitting with a bowling ball had he mushed the ass and got up in his face.
Oh yeah, you got to take that. That's a threat.
Somebody comes in my face, you come into my bubble, I am threatened.
And then she's walking around cool and chill.
And what's crazy is nobody stepped in to stop it. So everybody's complicit. And women is emboldened by the fact that by misogyny has emboldened them. But I bet if she'd have got chin checked, she would have never done that to another man again. Or if one of the men around there would have been like, "Hey man, y'all doing too much. Break it up." Unfortunately, none of that shit happens.
I was thinking the same thing, Londa. Now she hits him with a bowling ball. I was like, that not
no, she hit him with a bowling ball.
And then he is completely non-offensive the whole time. Even after the first mush, he keeps his hand. He's not going to attack this woman.
I never wake up. I don't wake up every morning wanting to hit anyone. I'll tell you this much. I know cues. I've read them my whole life. You step up into the ring. These hands are equal rights. I don't want to, but you're not gonna knock me out with a fucking bowling ball. Yeah. You want to see the video? Can we show the video? I can show the whole reason why this stuff, like it's not that one. The in wokeness video, I do have it. It's the last link with Quincy Avery.
Okay.
Because Quincy put just like anytime you see these headlines, and I'll read what Quincy said, because this is what the guy put. An absolute travesty at the Olympics. Angela Carini is forced to box against a biological male. She quits after 45 seconds and cries hysterically as her opponent is declared the winner. Don't look away. This is wokeness. Now, this is what happened. 138 million views for in wokeness. Y'all just got this man or woman or company or whatever. They got paid.
Right.
138 million views gonna get you some pretty good bread on Elon Musk's Twitter.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Tried to console her, like she was being a good sport all around. Was that Iran? I'm still stuck on that bowling ball. That's crazy.
Yeah,
the thing about it, people, when it comes to domestic violence and some women, if you're not used to violence, you don't know your own strength. If your child is violent at a young age, put him in martial arts so he knows
how to control everything.
Exactly, because she could have killed this man, or at least brain damage. We talk about CTE, a bowling ball. I'm retaliating. She's gone.
I saw somebody put, if people put as much energy in protecting boys as they did with girls, like the person was talking about, boys are not easier to raise than girls. Boys are just easier to neglect.
That's a bar.
And if you put as much energy in protecting yourself, because we go through the exact same things. We've had this show before. Damn near every one of these men in here probably lost their virginity to an older woman, or have been with an older woman that probably had no business being with them. But if the roles were reversed, we're talking about statutory rape. We got a whole thing with Baby Boy right now. If you go look at the IG, you'll see all kinds of comments excusing the dumb shit. And apparently people don't know how to use deductive reasoning and go back and backtrack on stuff. Like, we make excuses for women. Accountability and women are like children and vegetables. They don't like it.
Right.
And not all. That's a broad paintbrush. I agree. But we all know. The difference between men and women, too, is also, as a man, I'm willing to say, if I see a man do some fucked up shit, I'm not going with mankind on that. That's a fucked up thing that man did.
Right. Exactly.
Man gets hit. If I post it on something, what did he do? Woman gets hit. There's nothing that a man that ever deserves a woman to do.
If we see a man attack a woman with a bowling ball,
the
city will jump on.
We would riot. That man would not be safe.
Right.
In FSU news, though, FSU is the ACC court case. They have released statements. I guess they redacted a lot of it, but I'm going to read my boy Rohan Law. AG Moody. This is from AG Moody's part, but there is still the FSU versus the ACC case in Tallahassee that's going on. Writ of Mandis case update number 3. The text of the readable agreements show / confirmed that the agreements were designed to run until 2027, meaning Florida State was right. While there has been a lot of talk about an extension in term of the agreement by letter, only one paragraph is amended. These contracts have multiple paragraphs that reference the various payout dates through a certain period. Any extension that was designed to extend to the entire contract would have to restate all of the contract terms, not just one paragraph. This lends credibility to the view that the current ESPN agreement with the ACC expires in 2027. A complete new multimedia agreement approved by the members according to the bylaws would be required to extend the contract beyond 2027. Unless there is something else of consequence in the redacted portion, this tells me that the current agreement and therefore the GOR expires in 2027. According to 1.6.2 of the ACC Constitution, if 2/3 of the members vote to extend the material media rights agreement, that could bind Florida State and Clemson to the 2036 term of the GOR. Every other argument against the GOR fails. This is a reminder, though, that for FSU and Clemson to win, they need to get a victory on just one of their arguments. For the ACC to win, they need to beat FSU at every single argument. Basically, what he's saying is that FSU's one of their claims is that this ended in 2027. You would need 2/3 agreement. ESPN would have to put a deal on the table before then, and they have until February. And they haven't put one up now. And they could probably show cause that the reason why you added 3 other teams was to give you an unfair advantage in the 2/3 agreement. It's a situation where, again, you don't have to be a lawyer to have common sense. We were talking about some of the smartest people, like they go to college and some of the smartest people are some of the dumbest people.
Yeah.
All college does is show that for 4 years, you can be dedicated to one place at a time and achieve a task.
You show up.
You do work, and it is necessary, but that doesn't make, law is very vast.
Right.
Just because you have a law degree doesn't mean you know how to practice family law. Doesn't mean you know how to practice criminal law. Doesn't mean you know business law. But if you're in the field and some things don't make sense, you're probably right. And this agreement doesn't make sense. FSU will probably be out.
When you break it down like that, they have to win
every single thing, and you only have to win one. It's literally, you know what this is? That the funny part is, this is literally a transgender fighting a female. They changed the agreement of what they started off with. They're not who they were in the beginning. They have clearly changed, and they're trying to fight somebody when they have more leverage. The only difference is Florida State, there's laws for this kind of stuff. Somebody actually said that girl should sue. What is she going to sue?
Right.
They're going to look like an idiot. People don't know counter. Like if you lose, even if you're the plaintiff, if you lose, you could be liable.
I wonder if the woman who's everybody claiming is a man could ever sue for any type of defamation, because this is affecting her business.
She would have to go to American court, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You would have to just ask, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Because the damage is already done.
It is. It's so sad.
Sticking with the ACC, everybody's back. Their Florida State stinks. Florida State is not going to do anything, but per the media, preseason ACC media poll, guess who's destined to win the ACC starting off on the season? Florida State. Guess who's destined to probably play them in the ACC championship again? Clemson. Miami's high. Miami was high last year. North Carolina State, pretty decent program, but never won anything that mattered. I think Louisville, people are sleeping on Louisville. Virginia Tech returns a lot. I think SMU is going to be better than what people think. North Carolina, Georgia Tech is at 9. Cal is at 10. Duke is at 11. Syracuse at 12. Pitt at 13. Boston College at 14. Wake Forest at 15. Virginia at 16. And the Stanford Cardinal round out the ACC at 17. The top, it doesn't look well when the 2 top teams in your conference don't want to be here. And when you could just do the right thing. This is my come on man segment. Are you serious sports? I've argued with this guy that you're about to listen to argued with me, asked, who am I? When we debated LSU versus FSU, and he actually thought LSU was going to blow us out.
It didn't seem to matter enough, though.
But this guy, I'm just saying, we could look at this guy's video. This guy asked, "Who am I?" And I don't even know who he is, nor did he ever play for LSU. Yeah, AYS Sports, good stuff. My guy, I got to talk to my guy who I normally do everything with LSU. I did for 2 years. I still like him. He's dope. But yeah, this guy was wild, and he says the SEC is stacked with quarterbacks. I I didn't even. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I did what everybody else did for the transgender. Just that first sentence just blew me. Like they're not at all. They have Carson, and that's it. Everybody else is just decent old decent old college quarterback for right now. They have some young quarterbacks that could be good, but whatever. I want to hear his argument.
I think Garrett, as it stands today, is by far one of the more talented quarterbacks in the entire SEC. There is a laundry list of really good quarterbacks in this league, and a lot of guys that have had playing time. You know, I look at Brady Cook at Missouri. I look at Jackson Dart at Ole Miss. I look at Carson Beck at Georgia. What is Brock Vandagriff going to do at Kentucky? Jalen Milroe led Alabama to the playoff last year. Even though Billy Napier was getting so much flack from the college football world for the lack of competence at times that they put on the football field, Graham Mertz vastly improved under Billy Napier than where his previous stop was. Connor Weigman was one of the top quarterbacks coming out of high school. I think Garrett, as it stands today, is by far one of the more talented.
All right, so I was right. He just made a lot of statements. Like he didn't flesh it out. Maybe that was because maybe it doesn't look like it was edited to where he said more about each person. Yeah. We can all go with Carson Beck. We talked about Jalen Milroe. And, if you think Jalen Milroe, which is fine, I'm not going to argue with you. If you think Jalen Milroe is one of the best quarterbacks coming back, and he did lead his team to the college football playoff by somebody helping him get in there. Yeah, 3-1 touchdown interception ratio. Didn't we do a show on that?
Yes.
So by that statement, you must love DJU, which everybody says DJU is trash, who happens to have a 3-1 touchdown interception ratio. Like when you're looking at the stats, like it's just, come on, dog. LSU would be what LSU has been for most of even though I think they've been good. I think they should have never got rid of Eddie O, because they haven't really achieved anything since that time, besides getting beat by Florida State twice. And they went to an SEC championship, but got their asses whooped by Georgia with the mediocre quarterback that apparently was alcoholic. Brock Vandagriff couldn't beat out Carson Beck, so that's why he's where he's at. I'm not mad at it. You got to go where you got to go. But I'm just saying, like, if the rationale is that these guys are good, what are the reasons why these guys are good? And it can't just be because I say so and because it's the SEC. Eric put they have Beck, Dart, and Milroe. They have Beck and Milroe. Garrett hasn't done anything yet. I think Garrett is talented. I think the kid from Tennessee is talented. I think you can say that they'll be talented, but don't say they have they have depth at quarterback. Well, you have nothing to truly stand on that statement with. But that's football. You know what? Another thing annoying about football, and again, everything is branding. I'm not hating on it. It's a very interesting way. Shadur has a podcast too, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is this trading season, Mike?
I don't know.
Getting old and curmudgeonly. Y'all gotta get to work.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. But maybe he did. You know what? In his defense, some of these guys have a little bit of money. They travel. Some of them train together at times. He could have just recorded these shows,
right? Okay.
And they're releasing them during the season. So he may have some current stuff that he does, but like not with other quarterbacks. Bussin' with the Boys puts out Colorado football team has their social media handles on the back of their jerseys.
I don't know how I feel about that. My initial reaction is kind of fire.
I mean, unless it's like right now, so you got the video, can we blow it up?
Yeah.
One, Deion Sanders Jr. is not going to take that camera off of one person until he throws it. If that person, and he prays that person's catch. So whose social media handles can you read clearly right here? I see Shadur.
Yep.
It's not on 66 long enough. 95 is too far away. The offensive line is bent over. I'm looking at the defense. Now, there are some clips where they may get a little closer and be able to do some things, but I mean, at a certain point, man, like everybody, this is what the curmudgeons are hating on. Like, just put Coleman on it. I mean, Shadur, just put Sanders on it. And when you clip, you're going to clip that highlight anyway, Shadur.
Yeah.
And you're going to put it on your social media. And when they put it on your social media, they're going to look at your social media handle and they're going to know it's you. So, like, I don't know, man. We didn't have names and stuff on our jerseys anyway. I just knew what my number was.
Is the game going to have to update that?
I don't think they do it on video games.
Okay.
But, like, your game, now if they did it on game jerseys, I'd be really mad. But whatever, man. Women are dangerous. Women are dangerous, man. Reading this here, this dangerous individual posted this man's picture with his location and told women not to date him. She had people in Houston looking for this man like he committed a crime on a woman. Whole time, this man went out with her friend and wasn't feeling her vibe. So basically, women love to talk about how fragile the male ego is. This isn't even, she didn't even break, he didn't even like diss her. It was her friend.
Wow.
And she decided to put this out there. They went to 2 bars and it seemed to him like she just wanted free drinks. So he excused himself from the date and left. Things that we tell women to do if you feel like you're with a creeper. He was made aware of her post. A lot of women are still calling him a predator. This is why you shouldn't believe what people say initially. Wait for the proof and the story from all parties before you believe it. Women will lie and manipulate people into thinking that they're victims when they're really the villains. He could have gotten, he goes to the extremes, but I hope he sues. Most of them are single with cats for a reason and no accountability. Now, guy look a little different. And she put, who in Houston knows this man? Do not date him with exclamation points. And people even ask, like, he said he asked my friend out for drinks, bought 1 drink, then took her to another bar, and then said he was going to buy her another drink and left her. Guy said maybe she wasn't a vibe. Oh, that's how you handle things. I know him. He said your friend was not only not a vibe, but obviously about to just milk the situation. And she does have a cat. I didn't realize that. She's kind of cute. But, like, it's just, again, a man does what we tell women to do if they're in a dangerous situation, and the man is wrong. It's like it's a no-win situation. And now you put this man's location out when he didn't ask you to do that.
That's wild. That is wild.
And a big old picture of him. And you put a tweet out like this man did something to your friend.
Nasty work, as the kids say.
So men ain't allowed to not like. Women are allowed to say no. I don't like you. Men aren't. Those are the rules. Again, man, we got to get to a point where we're consistent in all of these different things. I end you guys for this weekend. Before that, I'll tell you, please go to jamescoleman.com. JamesColemanGivesBack.com. Check out the book bag drive. If you want to share. I would greatly appreciate it, man. All of the help comes in. We'll be having some new media coming in. I'll probably have some interviews with Jamie French, Drake Stubbs, Tremel Jones, and we will have a video with all of them together again with this. But I'm going to leave you guys with this. And one of my favorite comedians, he's an actual comedian, but he tells great stories. I think he could be, it's between him and Ali Sadiq. Ali Sadiq's a great storyteller to me. But Carlos Miller says some of the realest shit ever when he does his interviews.
Yeah.
And I feel like this. One, I also know about women. I have women that is a woman that I absolutely adore, who has manipulated the situation and has tried to paint me as a villain when she's the one who's in all of this shit. But this is what Carlos Miller says, and I stand by this. It's people like it's one of the funniest, realest shit that you can have.
You know how many people I lost that ain't dead? I lost a lot of people that I don't even know no more.
Man,
They look
real,
like the
man.
people I used to know.
Yeah, but why did you lose them though?
Because I never had them.
Why did you lose them?
Because I never had them.
And what you mean by that?
They showed up and they tried to sell me a perception of something that they weren't.
Lord have mercy.
They attached themselves to something that was not even real. But that's what I tell you all the time. When you hang around people, if they keep it real and they keep it thorough with you, it's not gonna last. You can't you can't be yourself all the time. You know how many people I lost that ain't dead?
I'll leave you with that, man. Listen, be you, they'll adjust. If they won't, they won't. They weren't meant to be there. Appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.
Thank you.